Hi there, thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm Ghost Prime. And today I want to take a look at the Transformers crossover of Stranger Things Code Red.
Code Red, exactly.
I did not expect them to do a Stranger Things crossover, so when this was announced, this was actually kind of really cool. I am a Stranger Things fan, I do like the show. And I'm also a Volkswagen fan, and he turns into a fully licensed van again. And he has the Surfer Boy Pizza markings on it.
Sure shot.
Which it's really cool, fits in. It is an entirely new mold, just done just for this. And he's actually showing up in Targets right now, which is cool. I got this guy in Hasbro Pulse. I'm not sure if they're still available, so check your local Target. So we're going to take a detailed look at it, so please like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, all that stuff. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this guy. Without any further ado, let's get to the review. All right, let's get into the packaging, and I do rather enjoy this package. This package is really cool. So it's got an outside sleeve, and it is taped, but it has some cool little features here. It says the number there is like a coupon, copyright 1984, which is just really cool. And you see the figure here, the license, Code Red. I'm not sure what this says. If you guys want to translate that, let me know. That'd be great. There's a Surfer Boy right there, and then you get the Transformers crossover logo there, the Demogorgon, which is kind of neat. And then on the side, there is the Transformer crossover logo again, robot mode, Vanagon mode, and some more Cybertronian. Again, I need to translate this. And then Netflix, Code Red. Interesting. Who's watching? Kind of a little weird advertisement there. But this is a sleeve, so you take it off, and it is a pizza box. I did already open up this figure, so I can't show you how its packaging looks on video, but I can show you a picture of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and check this out real quick. You have extra cheese, sausage, mushroom, pepperoni, meatball, onions, anchovies, pineapple plus jalapeno. Customer Code Red. And I think that might have been the show. I don't remember. On the back, 8-inch by 8-inch, Stranger Things. Nothing else here. Yeah, the Surfer Boy logo, and it's a pizza box, so you have a place to open it like this. And as you just saw in the picture, you have let me actually extend my camera here a little bit, getting close on this. A stain. Now the stain's really cool because there are pictures in it. Like there's an Autobot logo there. There's a few other things like a pizza slice. I have to look closely on that, see what that says right there. That's the like a devil face. I'm not sure. There's a clock. And that almost looks like a Demogorgon piece, or a head or something, or flying thing. There's a Demogorgon right there. So this has got some cool little Easter eggs in this what's supposed to be a grease stain, which is just a really nice touch. Inside you get the pizza, and you have this insert. Take everything out. There's the instructions, and there's another stain on the bottom. And I think there's also some little images in this. I haven't looked super closely on it, but it's very cool. The one thing, I wish there was some instructions on exactly what you're supposed to do with this to fold it, to get it all folded, because it folds out and around somehow, which I'm not sure exactly what that was meant to do originally, but they just kind of fold it all up and stick it in here. He comes wrapped in this. Now, mine is, I cut it. If you want to keep this intact, just take the tape off. This is actually pretty cool. It's like a napkin. It looks like a napkin and is drawn on. There's 11, and it goes up to Hawkins, Salt Lake City, computer. If you've seen the season, you know all about this. This is kind of a cool little thing. You know, it's got like grease spots on it. It's made out of like this. I don't know. It's not paper like the other ones. It's kind of thicker. You don't have to cut it. Just pull the tape off. But this is completely wrapped in it. And now let's move on to the vehicle and its accessories. So You open up a little bag, you thought about logos on it, and you get a miniature pizza box, a flame accessory, which is painted in orange and yellow, and it is done in clear plastic. Also in clear plastic is an axe. If I could get this to focus, there we go. And that is hollow on the end. And you get this club, a spiked club, which has a little nub on the end. And these can fit together like so into one long Macy clubby thing. And also, you can, I guess you can put this on top if you want to. Like that. And then there's these two little slots here. Where'd it go? The pizza box has a slot on the back you could slot in. And then this could fit on a slot that's on the hinge, the tab, and slot in. It doesn't actually stay super duper well, but there it is on the side, which looks silly, I think. I don't see another place to put this, but I just kind of leave that off. But getting to the actual van. So one thing right away that I don't like is the translucent windows. Usually I'm a fan of translucent windows. I do like translucent windows, but these ones are painted. And I think it would look much nicer if all of them were painted all the way around in this case. I'm not sure why they went with that. But on the side there, it says Pizza Surfer Boy delivered hot to your door. And then Surfer Boy Pizza up there. Surfer Boy Pizza on the front. Officially licensed, so it has a VW logo. Just blue paint for the headlights, which again would have been nice if this was the same blue paint. You get a little red that shows up, red on the back. Wheels are pinned, which is a nice change. Tail lights, got the Volkswagen logo and Vanagon with the trademark. So these are all like official, and the VW logo there. This does kind of break up the sculpt a little bit. It's on the back, at least they painted it. Oftentimes this is completely left unpainted. I'm glad they did it, but it still kind of doesn't really fit right. It would have been nicer, I think, if they filled that in. This is clever, these little hinges here that for the feet that becomes sort of a license plate area. I guess if you have to have them sticking out, that's at least a decent place to do it. And these hinges here are kind of large. That is something that I don't really care for either. But rolling wise, rolls incredibly well. I'm moving on to comparisons. Here he is with Studio Series Ratchet. So they are roughly the same size. You can see from pretty much every angle here. They are different vans. I think this is a nondescript van, as to where this one isn't actually licensed. Vanagon. Originally, he was I believe it was a Toyota, if I'm not mistaken. But I digress. I see. I'm glad they painted the back window. So that's pretty good. But yeah, regular size. Here he is with Red Sunstreaker, just for an idea there. All right, so let's get into transformation. So transformation on this guy is actually relatively easy. It's a pretty simplistic transformation. First, we're going to take the Surfer Boy Pizza and remove it from the top. It is just held on via, I guess, not really a peg, this little spot there. Like the square one with a spot for the 5mm peg there. So you want to take the front wheels, pop them out like so, and then go ahead and I think we'd lift the sides up here. Lift these sides up. These are all translucent, including the hinges, so we need to. They feel really robust, but we know how translucent plastic has been in the past, so it's always with a little bit of caution, right? Go ahead and separate the legs like that, and then go ahead and move that up. We'll just finish up the legs while we're down here. The foot is right here. You want to take this out, swing it around, and then put this piece right here in. Same thing on the other side. Foot out and around. Let's rotate that in. We have the legs. Go ahead and twist that all the way around at the waist. And take the arms, which are actually pegged in right here, and there's a peg right there, a peg right there and a slot right there. So that's how they go when they transform. So you go put these out like this. And take these and go ahead and just flatten them out. These actually just stick out the back like that. Then the whole piece here rotates down. Then this piece flat, like has a hinge right there. Again, this whole entire piece is translucent plastic. So it's all hinged right there. Also, I don't know if I get the camera in there, but there are slots right there and pegs right here, which are going to peg together. Same with the back here. There's other slots here, the big slots there where the arms go. They all peg together. So this is kind of a pain to do. So I'm going to try to do it on camera, but it really, it's fiddly. And this is the one part I don't like. So once you get everything lined up, including the arms and the back, you just kind of try to slide it all in together at once. There we go. And I'm just afraid I'm going to break these tabs or break this translucent piece by doing that over and over again. So proceed at your own risk. So anyway, take the hands, rotate them out, and rotate it out. And the head is already revealed. It may be up, it may be down, but there's this little tiny tab right there, or a piece right here that goes up and down. And I just pulled them all out here. So I'm going to redo that and clean them up front. I'll be right back. All right, now we have in robot mode, and you want to take the Surfer Boy pizza piece that we had took off earlier, and you want to take this piece at the end here, the point piece, and just pull that out, and then rotate the top around to reveal a gun. Now, this could go a couple different places. It does have little tabs there on the side that can tab into his shoulder, and can go like that, which is a shoulder-mounted gun, but it's probably very hard to aim. As you can tell, he came apart again. That is irritating, and he keeps coming apart every time I move him. So what I like to do is he could just hold it in his hand like that. I guess before I go to the weapons, I should go over articulation. And we can do articulation while we look at all the parts. So here's a close-up on his head. And it's got a good head sculpt. I like the visor. It's really nice. It has some detail on it that you can't really see, but it's clear. So like the whole head, I think, is done clear plastic or translucent plastic. It's also on a ball joint. There is no light piping in the back. So why have that clear? I think it would have been great light piping to have that there. It's one place where I would like the translucent plastic to show through. There's his arms, the detail on his arms. He does have full shoulder out. Also, bicep, 90 at the elbow, hollow bit. Ball joint for his hands, which do allow pretty good range of movement, I guess 360 and in and out. He has waist articulation that is able to go 360. He has a big gap here, which that's one thing I don't like about the design. I think they could have filled that in a little better, but it does allow for a pretty good articulated hip. And he also has a 360 at the hip, also at the thigh, hollowness, the back of the thigh, 90 degrees at the knee. And he has, I guess, a rocker here, and also very hollow for the leg. And there's some hollowness if you look at the side here, hollow here. And there he is from the back. Hollowness does really show up. It's not too bad on front, so you can't really see it. But you can get some decent poses. I think he looks okay from the front. He looks pretty cool. So let's get on with the weapons. Bring this back in. Go ahead and remove this. This here fire could go on the end of his gun like that. So it becomes a blast effect of sorts, even though it's a hard plastic. And then these you put in his fist. Either which way doesn't really matter. That the pizza box can still stay on the side. Oh, there he is, armed up. And he becomes pretty tall, actually, for being the small van. I'll bring back in Ratchet here for a comparison. You could really see just how tall that Code Red is. So he becomes a pretty tall robot, almost a Voyager size. I guess, yeah, maybe old Voyager size. I think he's a Voyager too. But yeah, he's pretty cool. Weight wise, I want to say they're comparable. So they just kind of do a lot with the plastic that they have. So all in all, it is nice to see an original character show up again. So I do think that's pretty cool, and he could fit on a shelf with all the other crossovers if you have one. Anyway, let's do some final thoughts on him. Well, I guess the question being, should you get him if you see him?
Well, I say try before you deny.
Maybe. He's actually kind of cool. He's got a neat transformation. There are a couple things I would change. I don't like all the translucent windows on this. Usually I'm okay with translucent windows, but when they use both, I think it might be better just to paint all of them to kind of give it a more cohesive look. Otherwise, I think it's pretty cool. It is a little hollow also, which is something I don't like. It's a nice crossover. It's not a needed figure, but it is kind of cool, and the packaging is really neat. So anyway, I appreciate you stopping by and checking this thing out with me. So I'll see you in the next review.